What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about the makeup that I brought on my trip, but mainly just showcasing literally, the makeup tutorial, kind of what I did on the trip, and then also just giving you guys a little bit of an insight onto why I went, where I went, all of that, because I will not be doing a vlog. It just did not feel appropriate to me to do a vlog. I do have some like content B-roll and stuff, so maybe I'll put them on my Instagram. If you're not already following me on my Instagram, I strongly recommend. I've been doing better with uploading there, so definitely stay tuned there, and I will have my handle on the screen, and it's always listed down below as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to show you guys this tutorial, talk about that. I will get into a small life update career wise, but it's very small, very superficial. I don't really get into it. I think that'd be best for its own get ready with me. So let's just dive into it. I don't want this to be too long of a video. Okay guys, so like I said in the intro, I'm just going to be showing you guys the full face of makeup that I did during my vacation. I'm not going to talk too much. Let's just start applying. We are going to start off with my Glow Recipe primer. This is currently in my project pan, which is why I took it. I could tell after my intro video, I did not realize how low I was actually in this product. And so I just kind of want to really knock this out at the beginning of the year. That way I can really focus on some products that I think are going to be a little harder for me to actually get use out of. So we'll see how that goes. But I wanted to also talk to you guys about my trip. So I just got back from my trip to my hometown, which is Charleston, South Carolina. I know I don't talk like a Charlestonian if you are from the area, but that's just kind of, I don't know. Nobody in my family really talks like a full-on Charlestonian unless they're annoyed or super comfortable. And that's the kind of the same thing with me. I get really annoyed and then it'll come out, or super comfortable around other people. So I have not been able to visit in years. So Charleston does a bridge run across literally the bridge. If you're in the area, you know. So I did that a couple of years ago, actually, with my parents. And it was really good just to honestly go back, even just for that. Unfortunately, during that trip, I just didn't have enough time to really spend the time with my family like I usually had done previously when we would travel back when I was younger and like traveling together as a full family or whatever. But this time it was dedicated towards spending time with family, because one of my family members was being honored in such a unique and kind of awesome way. So if you have like an athletic family or just a family member in your family that is very athletic, that they can go to college and play, even potentially go to professional and play. And one of my family members did that. She played in high school, middle school, all of that, then went to college and made such great records that she's now in the Hall of Fame in that state. And then also, she was honored by having her jersey retired. And it was such a cool experience, honestly, to be there for her, to witness it for her. And I'm just so thankful that at this time, I really don't have a job. I'm starting a job soon, and that's another get ready with me for another day. But I was just very thankful to be in the space and to have the time to really go there for a week, spend time with her, spend time with both of my grandmothers, who are both relatively older in their age. So one is 88 and the other one is turning 90. So she's 89 right now and she's turning 90 this year. And so, you lose track of time, especially if you move away from those monarchs in your family, and you just can sometimes forget how long it's been. And I truly forgot how long it has been since I got to hang out with quite a lot of my family members. So I was so happy to hang out with them. We got pictures, all of that. Absolutely loved it. I also got to hang out with some of my aunts and uncles, which was really nice because, like, at least for me, we moved away when I was young. So they knew me growing up as like an actual child, as a baby. They had seen me, coming back every so often as like, once again, a younger child. Because I think the last time I had visited, I was in high school. So it was just so refreshing to like be around them as quite literally an adult. And, just fellowship. I mean, hearing the stories about them and like, how they grew up and everything. It was so nice. It was a busy weekend. Do not get me wrong. Like, because I actually went down there with my mom. We were busy pretty much as soon as we got off the airplane. We were just going nonstop, spending time with family. Thankfully, like I said, we have so much family down there that we were able to just kind of jump between houses, depending on, what people needed us to do while we were there until, the actual event. Then we really focused on my aunt and like celebrating with her and all of that. But it was so nice. It was so nice to see the people I hadn't seen in years. And, of course, they get to see me as an adult and like get to kind of rectify their impressions of me now. And it's just so nice. I love spending time with family. I love supporting family. And I'm just so thankful that I was able to do that. So yeah, that's where I was for a week. Unfortunately, I don't remember why, but I just hadn't had the time to pre-film enough. So this or some other video will be going up on Wednesday, and I should be able to kind of get back into a pre-filming mindset. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, I wish I was able to film more so that I just didn't have to jump right into the chair the day that I got back, but it's all good. And I didn't talk about quite a few of the base products, but these are all Project Pan and they will all be listed and linked down below. Don't you worry. And yeah, I just wanted to do this video because I find it so interesting when I watch bigger YouTubers like showcasing like a pack with me for vacation wherever they're going, and they pack like 10 different options. Meanwhile, I'm only packing one item for each category that I know I'm going to actually apply if I sit down to put makeup on. For me, on vacations, I don't wear a lot of makeup because the time that I am at wherever I'm going there for a reason. Like I either want to spend time with family or I want to visit a place that I've never seen. And so I want to give that place my full attention. And sitting there, in the hotel room or wherever I'm staying and, spending a good 10-20 minutes on my face, I'm not going to be able to really get the full effect of wherever I'm at. So I only put makeup on the one day, and that was the day of the actual retirement jersey ceremony, just because I wanted to look, a little bit more done up than every other day. And I'll put on the screen right now pictures of me so that you guys can see like, what the look I'm recreating or whatever. But I just had so much fun. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of bring like some reality to traveling as like a makeup lover, as a YouTuber, and say this is pretty much the amount of makeup I take on all of my trips since I have been a YouTuber. Except for Alaska. Alaska, I think I took way too much makeup. I took like a huge like trainer. I don't even take those anymore. I take really small bags, like my Winnie the Pooh. I pack all my makeup in there, and that's all it's going to be. I don't really go above and beyond, just because I know the likelihood that I'm gonna apply makeup, but also, it's just not about that for me. And the good thing about the type of makeup that I took on my trip is that I know this makeup front and back. So I know if it's going to work for me. I know if it's not. And that's why I took it. So I knew how to apply this makeup to get the look and the aesthetic that I was looking for. So, food for thought in the future if you are planning for a trip, or you already are going on a trip and you just are trying to figure out what to bring. I would really suggest bringing products you already know how they're going to wear on your skin. You've already really gotten used to them. That way, there's no kind of tricks. You're not messing with your makeup or concerned that it applied wrongly or it won't last or anything like that. And I will say this makeup lasted quite a long time. So the event started at 1. We left the hotel around noon. So I was getting ready around 11:30. So I had this makeup on from 11:30 to easily 9 p.m. And yes, my face was a little bit oily because I am combination oily. There was nothing really broken apart though. So I could have easily worn this makeup for a longer period of time. And that's exactly what I want. I want this to look lived in. I always want my makeup to look lived in. At the same time, I still want it to last. And I was able to achieve that with this full face, which I am so, so happy about. So I'm just going to keep applying this makeup. And you know what? While I'm talking about it, let's just go ahead and talk about my new job. So this was a job that I interviewed for in, I want to say December. I interviewed for this job in December. I think I did both because they had like a 2 interview type process where once you interview with the higher ups in the organization, and then you interview with the now you don't even interview, you just go and shadow the people who are doing the job so you can see if it's something you really think you can do and all of that. And for my area, it makes complete sense for them to do that because you can think you know how to do this and you're willing to do this type of field work, but then when you get into the thick of things, you're like, this is not for me. So I completely understand why they did that. And in January, I heard back and they actually said that they were going with another candidate. And I was super, super sad about that. I really thought I had knocked the whole interview process out the window. There were just a couple of things that I could tell were things they really wanted me to say I had experience doing, but that's not me. If I don't have experience, I'm going to tell you I don't have the experience. Since then, I've actually gained the experience through an internship that I was doing. And at the time, sometime late in January, I actually got an email from them, which honestly, I'm still thoroughly surprised because you know how jobs will say, oh, we'll keep you in the queue for, the next position that opens up. And they really did. They really kept me in the queue. They basically said, we've already interviewed you. We already know where you're at. We have this position open now. If you want to take it, let's go. And I'm so thankful. This is going to be hopefully a really good stepping stone to give me even more experience in my, I guess you can say, new field. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the future that could be potentially coming for me. And I know a lot of you guys really want to know the full in-betweens on what I do or hopefully will be doing in the future. And basically it's in the medical field. For right now, that's as far as I feel comfortable going. I do want to answer any questions because I know somebody was talking about they just are very curious about my field. And honestly, it has nothing to do with feeling comfortable telling you guys because I don't mind. It's that I want to speak it into existence, and I've been doing that. But honestly, I also want to save face in the case that it doesn't work out. I don't want to speak it into existence on the internet, if that makes any sense. So that's truly the only reason why I haven't given you guys the full rundown on what I plan to do. And that's why I didn't do that when I really was going after joining the military. And who knows, there are so many different ways and opportunities if you want to join the military, all of that jazz. And I'm not going to go too far into it, but that's why I didn't tell you guys what I was doing then before I did it. And I kind of told you guys after it kind of concluded, because I like to kind of hold on to my dreams, talk to people in my real life, parents, family members, all of that, friends. But like otherwise, I like to kind of hold it, because if it doesn't work out, I don't know, I just feel like I lose face. I would definitely love to hear your opinions on that. A trick that I learned, so I have a bunch of these, I can't remember how to say them, but it's like an amplifier or something like that you can decant liquid in. So I decant my setting spray in this when I go on a trip. That I have enough that I can get through a trip. It also gives me a really good spray, which is very nice. So this is how I applied my setting spray. Now, in some cases, this does give quite a bit of product. So I do kind of tend to spray a little bit further back, but it still does what it needs to do. So I'm not mad at it. And we're just going to go ahead and dive into the eyes. So continuing on, like I said, with this new job, I'm just very excited and very happy that I have this opportunity. I'm very hopeful that this will just be a really good stepping stone or an experience. Because in the field that I'm in many cases, although I have, very good experience, they want it to be paid experience. And, I have not had that opportunity, as I just finished a degree in December. And yeah, for a lot of people, they're still looking for a job and they graduated in December, if not before. So I am eternally grateful that although this position is not fully in my field, the skills that I will learn medically can be applied. And that's the key. I think sometimes, and I understand completely, you want to get the job in your field doing exactly what you want to do. And sometimes it can be hard. So you have to kind of pivot. You have to be able to find something that can be applied to whatever your field is, because it's hard to find that dream job right now. It's really, really hard. I mean, there's so many things that are hard right now. The job market, the economy, all of that. And so just my ability to, get a job, I am just eternally, eternally grateful. Now, I will say, in my actual look the day I did this, I felt like things were not blended. Things just didn't look the best, but that's what happens. And it looks like some of my highlighter came off of my highlighter brush and onto this brush. So I'm going to have some glitter all in my crease, but it is okay. I'm not mad at it at all. And I do very, very simple looks when I'm on vacation. It's just, like I said, it's just how I like to operate. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that vacation. It was just so nice to be home. So nice to see my grandmothers. Like, honestly, both of them were the highlight of my vacation for me. So much so. I just really enjoyed spending time with them, cutting up, and just enjoying being with them, when it had been years. And for one of them, she doesn't necessarily have anybody living in the same house as her. So it's always nice to be able to just spend time. I don't know. It was just very, very nice. We'll keep it at that. So I actually put this shade on. This was the Natasha Denona, the outer eyelid shade that I have in a single. It was a bit too cool toned, and I was actually low-key very, very annoyed that was the shade that I pulled. I could have sworn that shade pulled warmer on my skin, but it just did not pull the way I wanted it to. So although that's the shade I used on my vacation, I don't want to use that today. I'm going to use the KVD Dazzle Stick in Electro Bolt 2.0, and I'm just going to pick up some product on my finger, and that's gonna be my lid shade. This is more of like what I wanted lid shade wise. It's a lot warmer. It is bolder though, but it's warmer on my skin. So I'll need to find another single shadow that I prefer that's shimmery, because that outer V one, I did not like it. Eyeliner, nothing crazy to fuss out about that. For my highlighter, I am going to be using the Rare Beauty highlighter. You guys know this is also in my project pan, and I just get a lot of enjoyment out of this. I actually recently got complimented by somebody in person. I was in the Ulta actually before. I went to Ulta right before this trip because I needed to get some things like skincare travel size that I could go, and then also I just needed to re-up on quite a bit of my skincare as well. But yeah, I went in there. I happened to have filmed that day. I actually filmed all the looks that you saw last week. All of those videos I filmed that day, and then I headed out to Ulta and I got complimented on my highlighter. So, you know, it's always good to know that the highlighter is not only good on camera, but also in person as well. I just really like this highlighter. I find that it's not chunky or anything. It blends beautifully, good to go. So that is that. I am going to just do my mascara and my lip liner really quickly. For my trip, like I said, I like to do very, very minimal products. I just like to be very, very easy, no fuss on my makeup for my trips nowadays. And so I actually did not pack any colored lip products. I just had my lip balm, which is the one that I love from Yes Style. It's the lip essence that I got from them. And actually, funny enough, I ended up giving my mom a duplicate lip product that I got sent, and she ended up actually preferring, or at least asking multiple times for my lip essence that I brought. I just think that it's really good. It keeps a nice amount of shine on the lips for a decent amount of time. And I feel like my lips are always moisturized with that lip essence. And yeah, so although that's what I did, I think I'm going to add a color today. But I will, oop, oh my goodness. Well, I guess it's better that it fell on my shirt than on me. I can always wash my shirt. Okay. Well, for my lip product, like I said, I mainly use the One Thing lip essence during the trip. This is the only lip product that I had, but I did put the lip liner on, and this is from One Size in the shade Rent Dew. This is pretty much my skin tone, or at least my makeup skin tone, if that makes sense. Like the shade that my makeup ends up being, and really is my décolleté shade. So this really blended in, which is what I wanted. I wanted a very neutral look for this trip. And so you see, it looks pretty much like I don't have anything on my lips. It just blends in. But like I said, for today, I'm going to put a color on. And there we go. I think I may do another spray, but right now I'm feeling good. And yeah, I just got to try to get this mascara off my shirt, and then we're going to go ahead and round this video out. So I ended up actually just changing shirts. It was just the easier option, and I will work on cleaning that shirt later. But yeah, this is pretty much what I looked like. Very simple, pretty, light kind of emphasizing of my beauty, and that's it. And that's how I like to do my vacation makeup. And I just, like I said, I really wanted to showcase this just to like romanticize reality of how much makeup is really needed for a vacation. Now, if you're somebody who wears makeup every day, I still think that this is a good amount of makeup to bring for a good long time. I mean, in reality, I think anybody who goes on vacation, you're going because you want to visit the place, you want to experience the place. You don't want to sit there taking 10 years to do your makeup. Yes, you may want to be done up and look pretty for the day, but you still want makeup that's quick, easy, and out the door. I was able to do this makeup look or very similar look in about 10 minutes. It did not take me long at all. So take that into consideration. Once again, when you're thinking about packing for your trips, really just be critical on like what you actually need. Same with like the amount of clothes that I packed. I packed like 3 or 4 bottoms, and like 7, 8 shirts, and that's it. And I was able to rotate through those clothes because in reality, there's only so much that you really need to bring. It's more about just the experience. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to have some fun sitting down, showing you guys what I created during my trip. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit about the trip, and then also just a tinge bit about an update on my life. Like I said, I will be doing a more thorough get ready with me on like changes in my life. And so I will be polling you guys to ask questions about whatever you want to know, career, life, whatever. So we'll get into that later at a time where I'm a little bit more adjusted back into filming and I have some, less stress on that side of things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.